Hi, my name's Ayola Smart and I play Avienda.
Hi, my name is Maya Simonsen and I play Tiad.
Hi, my name is Sara Karaknas and I play Bane.
Welcome to Jordan Con.
Hey everybody, for what is now my annual tradition, I'm here to explain why I'm not at JordanCon. We are working hard on season 3 of Wheel of Time. I'm here on a set that features quite heavily in season 2. A scene that looked really effortless in the final cuts. I think it looked effortless in the final cuts, but was hard to film. We actually did a couple scenes in this room that were incredibly difficult to film. A lot of resets, blood, visual effects, water, resetting of costume, unsetting of costume, change of costume. It was massive, and it all took place in here. You'll see it in season 2, and it's a little bit in season 3 as well. So you might be able to tell what it is from what's behind me. I don't know, but I just wanted to say I wish that we could be there. We are so thankful for all the love that you guys put into the book series and to the show. There's just been a continued increase, even since the show came out, of viewers and conversation and book sales. So, you know, the Wheel of Time world is getting bigger every day. And a big piece of that is you guys. So thank you so much. And to celebrate the 15th anniversary of JordanCon, I am here to officially not announce the season 2 release date, but what we will give you is a few of our amazing new cast members. They've been with us for a year or years in some case already, and now you finally get to meet them. Here they are.
Hello, everyone at JordanCon. I hope you're all having an amazing time. My name is Jay Duffy, and I'm really delighted to be finally able to tell you all that I'm going to be playing Dane Bornhald in The Wheel of Time. I'm feeling incredibly excited and honoured to be stepping into the world of The Wheel of Time and, yeah, to be bringing Dane Bornhald to life. I think it's an actor's dream to be given the opportunity to work with such rich source material and to play a character that is so complex and conflicted as Dane is. It's been a real challenge, and I'm loving every second of it. I have to also thank the amazing cast and crew who make the show what it is and who have welcomed me with such open arms, albeit as a white cloak. For that, I'm extremely grateful to them. My audition process for the show was very secretive, but thankfully very straightforward. I knew I was auditioning for The Wheel of Time, but I had no idea what character I was auditioning to play. I sent off the tape. I think it was a couple of scenes with a small breakdown of this particular character. What followed that was, I think we did another Zoom session with Kelly Hendry, our casting director. Rafe was on, and Justine, and a couple of the other producers. We did the scenes again a couple of more times, and yeah, you have that long dreaded wait, but thankfully it wasn't too long, and you get that phone call to invite you on board, and yeah, there's no feeling like it. It's incredible excitement, but also striking fear that you're going to be doing this, you know. But I remember getting to Prague for the first time and meeting Rafe in person, and he said to me that as soon as he had seen my first audition that I sent, he knew he had found his Dane Bornhald. So that was really lovely of him to say, and most definitely helped settle a large amount of the nerves that I had going into day 1. Season 2 is hopefully just around the corner. We just can't wait for everyone to see it. I think it's going to be a lot bigger, a lot darker. There's plenty of new faces appearing. We shot in some of the most incredible locations. I can honestly say I think it's going to be worth the wait. I'm biased. I'm hoping we see a little bit more of the Children of Light. I'm sure we will. And dark friends beware. Dane is coming.
Hi, I'm Rima Tuiota. When I auditioned for Wheel of Time, they had a false name for the show and false characters. The script was elevated and magical, but I still didn't know what show I was going to be in. When I got the role, I found out. I was shocked, but calm. It felt surreal, like I was floating. I love being in Wheel of Time. It's so easy to become immersed in Sheriam, and their thoughts and moods and tactics and shifting intensities. And I look forward to fans experiencing the dynamics between Sheriam and novices, and Sheriam and Aes Sedai. Enjoy Series 2.
What's up, Jordan Con? I am Sarah Nakamura. I am the resident book expert, as Rafe likes to call me. I call myself just the ultimate fan. But I am here today answering some questions, but really most of all, I'm just missing you all so much and wishing that I was there with you celebrating these wonderful books that Jordan Con has been celebrating for the last 15 years. But we are here in Prague working so hard on getting season 3 going. And so for now, I'm just gonna miss you. I wanna say hi to Jen, Jemmy, and of course, Matt Hatch. You are so loved, and we are so grateful for all of the support that the community gives to our show.
You know, the great thing about Wheel of Time fans is I think they pretty much ask every question that is available to be asked, many that are not available to be asked. One thing that I'm really excited about, but doesn't seem to be a big focus of people in how they're talking about it, is actually the stories in the White Tower of the novices, the accepted, how Nynaeve and Egwene function in this world, how they meet Elaine. It doesn't get a lot of conversation, but I think it's actually some of the best stuff in the books. And I think the way that those women have brought those stories to life in the show, you're all really gonna love. Well, I mean, one character that I love and am very excited to see come to screen is the character of Elaida. I think she's incredibly complex in the books. You think she's a dark friend, she's not a dark friend, and that makes her all the more interesting for the antagonistic role that she plays. Hopefully that's not a spoiler alert for anyone who's come to Jordan Con, but I think that she's a fascinating character, and she really shows why all of the characters in this world have such depth, and they all have their own drives that end up driving the plot and the story.
In season 1, fans hear me talk about landmarks, things that we can look at in the show or in an episode that are reminiscent or very iconic moments from the books. And so I'm really looking forward to the fans discovering the landmarks, the things that are very, very clearly identifiable from the books. And so all of those scenes as a fan for me are really exciting. And not to be too redundant and not to copy Rafe too much, but there are some moments that happen within the room that we're sitting in that are so incredibly powerful and rip me to shreds. And I'm really, really excited for fans to see it.
I mean, we really wanted to draw from all of the elements in the books to explore the Aiel. I love the Aiel in the books. Everyone does. So you see it all in the show. Giotto, Gai'Shane, like, we're doing the Aiel the very best that we can, exactly as they were in the books.
The differences between saidar and saidin in season 2, I think that we will absolutely see. I think that this year, in general, fans are going to be excited at how the One Power looks overall and all of the various forms that the One Power comes in. The channeling for season 2, I think overall is going to make fans really, really excited. The delicacy, the beauty, the intricacy, the weaving. As with anything in any show, there's evolution, and I think that we'll be seeing that this time around, and we'll be really pleased and thrilled with it.
Adapting the Shanshan to screen has been one of the big challenges and also excitements of doing season 2 of the show. We all really fell into this Shanshan world, really wanted to make them feel simultaneously like a culture that had been separated from the other cultures of our world for a long time, but still felt a part of the Wheel of Time show. That's the big challenge and the excitement of creating the Shanshan world. I won't say that they have a Texan accent, but we do make a very strong nod to what was suggested might be the accent of the Shanshan by Robert Jordan.
God knows I've spent some time with Trollocs. What was my favorite type of Trolloc is the question. And I like them all because they've been made by our team here, and they've done such amazing work with the makeup and the special effects and the costumes, and the stunt guys learned so brilliantly how to move in those costumes with the prosthetic legs and the fight in those costumes. It was just really, really special. And but I think from an aesthetic point of view, I really like the Trollocs that have the avian features, the bird-like features, beaks and feathers mixed in with the fur and the human characteristics as well. And it's just so weird. And I really like that. It really struck a nerve with me. So those were my favorite Trollocs, but I like them all.
My favorite type of Trolloc is a dead one.
Okay, so there's a scene coming up in season 2, which I saw a little preview of the other day. And it was one of those, very short scene. I think it took us about 45 minutes to actually film. But it was scheduled in September. Then it was rescheduled in October. Then it was rescheduled again in January and March. And then by that point, we'd completely moved location. So they had to completely rebuild the little set in a completely different place. And then we finally filmed it in April. So it was funny watching it in the preview the other day, because I thought, gosh, that's a good little scene, but it was also took 6 months to film.
I don't know about everybody else, but the action sequences were by far the most laborious for me. I do not come from a background of doing action from where I come from, so it's a new skill. So I had to be extra vigilant and extra careful because I'm always afraid I'm going to fall. But the team was so excellent. They never made me feel any less, although they're all so skillful. And it was incredible when I saw the final. Yeah.
Our stunt team's incredible. They have a swordmaster, Raman, working with them, and they are constantly building fighting styles that not only relate to the specific cultures in the Wheel of Time world, but also to the specific actors, so that every person has a slightly different fighting style, which would be true to the Aiel as well. And so you'll see that always bled through the show. Each of our Aiel characters, and I'll say that in season 2, you'll see a slightly different fighting style from each of them, and a lot of that is built from the incredible stunts team.
I perform all my own stunts.
Yeah. So far.
I do, so far.
We do all of our own stunts, and then there is parts where our incredible stunt doubles will step in and make the leap through the air actually leave the ground rather than
I do the leaping though.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
She does everything.
I do everything.
The safe stuff we try and do ourselves, and the stuff that's less safe but very cool, we get our amazing stunt to do that.
And it's really good. We get to learn the whole routine and kind of go through it, so you have that feeling of cohesion and connection with your stunt double and with each other. And then you film versions where we do it all and swap in with one stunt double or 2 stunt doubles and kind of have that, so you have all angles covered. But one day we will do absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to play the Aiel, anybody, any character of the Aiel. But the 2 reasons why I'm I don't think I could play the Aiel is I don't have, both of my knees aren't very good. So I would be a terrible Aiel because I can't really fight in that way. But I love them. I love the look of them, and I especially love the way they they are just clear and tell the truth to everybody about everything, and they're just really amazing. I think we'd all really like to be able to do that. And they're mysterious and sort of cool and sexy.
I would try Loial. Just because it's cool. And it looks cool. And sounds cool. And it is cool. That's all I gotta say.
Maybe like either like Lan would be pretty fun to play, I think, or Moraine. The duo.
Ooh. You know, I really love a snide, sarcastic, somewhat bitchy comment, so I would have to say Liandrin, or I don't know. Lan would be fun to play just because those two are the most polar opposites you could probably find on our show. So I think either one would be a fun challenge.
I always meditate as Lan. It started in season 1, where we had a moment where I was allowed to sort of improvise this prayer sequence with him, and I really felt that it was grounding as the character. I love Lan's backstory and this boy without a home and what happened, when he was a baby. And so I like to sort of try to sink myself into character and meditate around that. I'll speak as the character, and I'll do it for 10-15 minutes, and it really helps me to ground the voice and his energy, so that's very helpful for me. If I'm feeling ever like I'm having trouble, if I feel like I'm struggling to get into him, that always helps sort of anchor me.
Actually, it's the same with every character. You just know your lines incredibly well so that you can say them backwards, upside down, and being asked to do whatever it is you're being asked to do. And so that you can play with the other actors in the scenes. So that's my main ritual for any job I do, is just know it really, really well.
One of the rituals that I have is music. Whenever you see me at work or on set, I generally have headphones on because that's what kind of keeps me grounded to the character I'm playing.
The ritual I have to get into character is put this costume on, because as soon as it's on, I am Aiel.
100%.
Pretty much.
Yeah. When the weapons go in.
Oh yeah.
When this leather part particularly comes in, just straightens your back and you're ready to go.
Ready.
I do a little meditation.
Well, I do that too.
To like kind of get into the space.
I loved playing loads of amazing scenes in season 2, which you're yet to see. But I guess my favourite scene to play was the one in the White Tower, in season 1, when all the women got together in the White Tower with the Amelin. It was the first time we'd all seen the White Tower or been in the White Tower. And it was just an amazing few days with amazing actresses and wonderful creatives and wonderful crew. And it was just wonderful to see everybody all in their different ages, and then our queen coming in, which is Sophie. So yeah, that was an amazing highlight of season 1, but there are loads of amazing things in season 2, and I hope you're looking forward to it.
I think my favorite scene that I've been in to date is definitely the campfire scene with the warders and Nynaeve. I think there was something really interesting and special about that scene. It was, in the books, you don't really get to see inside the sphere of the warders very much, so they're sort of a closed off group. So it was nice to be able to kind of let the fans see what those guys are thinking and doing, and how they relate to each other, and how they talk to each other, and relax.
I love Loial, and I love the way Hammond plays him and the voice that he's built for Loial. And when you put that voice together with Ham's charisma, and you put him in this amazing costume, albeit difficult for him. He's had a lot of challenges with that costume because of weather, because of weight, the weight of the costume. It's been a learning curve for him, and he's the MVP, man. It's been really tricky, but when it all comes together, it's brilliant. And Loyal's costume is so fantastic. So that's my favorite.
Oh, well, all my costumes are favorite. Issa's set the tone for season 1. Then Sharon just upped it every season. Season 2, all my costumes are my favorite. Season 3 is even better, so it just gets better.
My favorite costume from season 1 is probably Paddon Fane's coat. It's such a badass coat. I would wear it all the time in real life. It does sort of give away that he's a little bit more than just a simple village peddler, but I don't know. It's pretty nice.
There's so many to choose from that are so fantastic. And I'm just like thinking about, even Sophie's costumes and the Amelin and the gold. That's one of my favorites. One of mine personally, you guys haven't seen it yet. It is coming in season 2, and I can't describe it because that would be giving away secrets, and I'm the keeper, so can't do that yet, but I will let you know on my social media after season 2 comes out.
My favorite costume in the series so far is how we see Moiraine when we first meet her. It's iconic. I'm still fighting to get that bolero. I think all of us are fighting to get that bolero, so definitely Moiraine's opening iconic season 1 costume.
I would love to have as many traits in common with the man as possible, but I think I probably do not. He's pretty hard to measure yourself up against, but I think Lan is a very physical guy. So, and I grew up in Michigan playing basketball, sports. So as an actor, I sort of work from the outside in. I work from a physical standpoint inward. So I think I share that with Lan. I think he's a man of the earth, and he's very physical. Obviously, a swordsman, a skilled fighter, and so just a lot of physicality to the character. And for me, as Daniel, I'm very physical as well. I love to, still at 43, but I still love to play sports and still love to get outside and be in nature. And I know I share that with him. I'd like to say that I share a loyalty as well, the same loyalty that Lan has for his loved ones and the people around him. And I have a fierce loyalty for those around me. So I think I share those characteristics. I hope I share those characteristics with him.
A trait that both me and my character have in common is that we're very tall and I guess strong as well.
A trait that me and my character has in common would be that I need raga all the time.
Pretty much does.
I can't think of anything.
Hasn't really come up on the show yet, but you'll see it a little bit in season 2, is that Maxim is quite vain, and one of the dangers that comes with being an actor on a television show is the writers sometimes get to know you and they start to put in your faults and flaws into your character. So I think they've probably been at dinner with me and I've stared at myself in the mirror maybe a little bit too much. And that's now in the show for everyone to see.
I would have to say our loyalty. We have that in common. Surprisingly, her and I, we have a lot in common. We've both gone through a lot and still want to fight for the good. I know that sounds really corny now that I'm hearing myself say it, but yeah, I'd say we'd have that. Our loyalty. We have our loyalty in common, for sure.
Spears.
Yeah.
Look, Alana's prop would be her powers, right? Her channeling powers. So there are some situations in life, like I would like that. Yeah, I would like to take away her channeling power for my real life. Yeah.
That's easy. The serpent ring. Yeah. So, production's listening to this and just happens to see one go missing. I know nothing about it. Nothing at all.
Who do I feel who's most likely as the character? Well, I am. Most definitely.
Oh, that's an easy one. It's definitely, and I'm just saying this because she is sitting right across from me as I'm recording this. It's definitely Priyanka as Alana. I am still not entirely convinced, or know, after knowing her for 4 years, where Priyanka ends and Alana begins. So that would definitely have to be my answer.
This is an easy question, actually, because Martin in Props won Survivor. So I think that's the one who would do it.
All right, you guys, have a great time. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you guys so much for your questions and for watching the show. And I can't wait for you guys to see season 2 and season 3. And yeah, love you guys.
Okay, bye.
Great. Thank you guys so much.